All right, good afternoon. This is August 28th, 2020, and this is my screencast for coding problem 1.1. Got my screen shared. Hopefully you can see that fine. Of course, I've already worked out the problem, but I'm going to go through it again and walk you through what I've done. First I labeled it with my name, the date of the class, just so for some context. Here's the general requirements for the part. We need to write a program that sums up the number of vowels in a string. And I've listed the vowels A, E, I, O, and U. And those are in our search parameters. The example given in the problem was a string of all lowercase, so I'm going to proceed with that parameter. I'm going to make sure that we use just lowercase letters, and the output needs to show the number of vowels to satisfy the specification. All right, so I have to import a couple of items to make this work. Okay, so random import int. All right, this is going to be used so I can get a random length of a string. I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult so I don't have the actual length of the string. And I want to make it. I'm going to specify it to be from, as you'll see in the code, from 10 to 25 letters. Gives enough letters to find vowels and not so short that we get 0, often. Okay, and I just put a note to show where I'm using it from. And I'm going to bring in import, and this is going to be used for the random choice command I use. I'm not sure if I need to import this after all, but I tell you what we'll do is when we get this working, I will go back and take this command out and see if it still runs okay. Let's see, import string. Okay, I have to use the type string.ascii lowercase, and I'm going to use that. That's why I'm importing string. Now, I want to generate a random integer first. I'm going to assign it to value. It's going to be a rand int, and minimum size length 10, maximum 25. Figure that should be enough. So that's going to help actually make our string. And then what I also want to put in here, I want to give credit to where I got how to actually code that part of the exercise. Now, the random string idea, that was my idea, but I knew there was going to be a way to do it, but the quickest way is look it up on the internet, and I found it at this location. In case you would like to see, it's a form of citing. Professor Mailman was big on this, and I figure I learned it in his class. I might as well keep doing it. Okay, how to generate a random string. Okay, there we go. So we're going to first assign our string. We need to assign a variable for a type. Okay, so letters is going to be assigned because we're going to have to supply that to random choice. Let's see, and then rand string, that's going to be our actual random string. Okay, and that's going to, I learned a command while doing my research was the command join. And let me get this typed out and I'll walk through how it works. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is my variable rand string that will contain the random string. And what join is going to do, it's going to go through with the command random choice, and the type is going to be letters, which has been assigned the type string.ASCII lowercase. Okay, so that's being supplied into choice. Random choice of those, and I'm going to iterate through there from I in range to a value. Okay, so it's going to be the value is my range, and it's going to be the number or random integers from 10 to 25. So this will give me a random string from 10 to 25 based on this value that goes into the range. So I will go through, you know, 1 to whatever that number comes up to, and that'll be supplied into getting a random choice ASCII letter, and it's going to join it in the string, and that's what rand star is going to equal. Random string is going to equal. Okay, now I need a counter to keep track of how many values. So I'll set it to 0, and we'll start our loop. I was surprised that this was actually so short. Okay, for each letter in rand string, all right, I want to check for if that letter is in the tuple of A, E, I, O, U, which is all our vowels that we're checking for. If that happens, I want to advance counter 1. Okay, and if it's not, then just go to the next letter in rand string and check again. So we go through all that, and when counter's done, okay, we're done. We want to print random string is plus rand. Okay, so I want you to, at least you want the user or whoever's running the program to be able to see what the random string was, so you can actually check it against what my results are. Okay, and then I'm going to print out as required number of vowels. And then counter needs to be changed to type string, so I can concatenate, and that should work. So shift enter. Random string, as you can see, is quite long, but we have one vowel in it. Okay, and then we can test it out again. There's 2 vowels in the next one, 1, 2, and we can test it one more time. Long one, but only 1 vowel. All right, let's and just lastly, let's just check to see if I needed to do import random, since I already had from random import rand int. I just want to check that. It seems to work just fine. So that might be a necessary code that's not needed. So I am going to take that out. So we want as little amount of code as possible. Okay. And that's it. Thank you for your time.